Have you ever been fascinated by the dark and twisted methods of torture and punishment used throughout history? In this video, we're taking a deep dive into the most gruesome and horrifying torture methods ever conceived. We'll be ranking the top 5 worst punishment methods in human history. Ready to find out which ones made the list? Let's dive right into it. Want to see more interesting facts about our crazy world and the history of it? Subscribe now. Top 5 worst torture methods in human history. Number 5. The Iron Maiden. First up on our list at number 5 is the infamous Iron Maiden. This terrifying device was a large, coffin-like iron cabinet lined with spikes on the inside. When closed, the spikes would pierce the victim, but not fatally, ensuring a slow, excruciating death. It was designed to torture and kill while prolonging the agony of the victim. This gruesome method was popularized in medieval Europe, although some historians debate its actual use. Either way, the Iron Maiden remains a chilling symbol of medieval cruelty. Number 4. The Brazen Bull. Coming in at number 4, we have the Brazen Bull. This sadistic device was designed in ancient Greece, a hollow, life-sized bull made entirely of bronze. It had a door on one side where the unfortunate victim would be placed. Once inside, a fire was set beneath the bull, slowly roasting the person inside to death. The design of the bull even allowed the screams of the victim to be converted into what sounded like the bellowing of a bull, adding a horrifying twist to this torture method. Talk about a literal hot seat. Number 3. The rack. At number 3, we have the rack. This method was particularly favored during the medieval and early modern periods for extracting confessions. The rack consisted of a wooden frame with ropes tied to a victim's wrists and ankles. As the torturer turned a wheel, the ropes would pull the victim's limbs in opposite directions, dislocating joints and tearing muscles. The pain was unbearable, and many victims would confess to anything just to make it stop. The rack wasn't just about causing pain, it was about breaking a person, both physically and mentally. Number 2. The Judas Cradle. Number 2 on our list is the Judas Cradle, also known as the Judas Chair. This torture device was a pyramid-shaped seat where the victim was forced to sit, with the point inserted into the anus or vagina. The victim would be slowly lowered onto the point by ropes, the pressure gradually increasing as the body weight pressed down. This method of torture was incredibly painful and could last for hours or even days, causing unimaginable agony without causing immediate death. Number 1. Scaphism. And finally, at the top of our list at number 1, we have scaphism. Also known as the boats, this method originated in ancient Persia and is perhaps the most brutal form of torture ever devised. The victim would be stripped naked, tied between 2 boats or hollowed-out tree trunks, and force-fed milk and honey. Their body would then be smeared with more honey to attract insects. The combination of forced feeding, exposure to the elements, and insects devouring the person alive would lead to a slow, torturous death, often over the course of several days. It's hard to imagine a more horrific way to die. And there you have it, the top 5 worst torture methods in human history. From the chilling Iron Maiden to the gruesome scaphism, these methods remind us of the darker side of human history. If you found this video fascinating and want to learn more about the strange and terrifying history of our world, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.